I got a 2020 Volvo S90. I had a couple of days with it, so I'll share you my opinions about the car. So this is the Volvo S90. This is the flagship of the Volvo lineup. The S90 is replaced by its predecessor, which was the S80, and this happened in 2017. So this one is a 2020 model. So this one, as you can see, is the T6 all-wheel drive. For the 2020 model year, there is no more T5 model. The T5 and the T6 were both introduced in 2017, but for the 2020 year, you only have the T6. The differentiation with the T6 is you have a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that's both supercharged and turbocharged. Puts out 316 horsepower. The T5 is just a turbocharged unit, putting about 250 horsepower, but they don't have that engine in the lineup, so it's all T6s and all-wheel drive. They're all T6 and they're all all-wheel drive, which is really good. So we're going to take a look. This is actually the Momentum package, by the way, which is the base package, but it's not base by any means. It has a lot of stuff. So this, we're going to take a look inside and walk around a little bit on it. Go over the features and everything. So this right here is a keyless access system like every other car. So all you do is you put that in your pocket. If you put your hand out like that, it's going to unlock, and by unlocking, the power mirrors fold out. If you lock it, they fold in and make a little beep. So we're going to take a seat inside. So the interior space is amazing in this car. It's comparable to the 7 Series actually, as far as what I feel. The rear, there's a lot of rear seat room in the back. Sorry for the mess. We just drove this from Tampa, Florida to Houston, Texas. You got the
is being calculated.
And to start the car, it's a little bit of a different setup on that. You know, you got your button that's on this one here, right here. All you do is twist it and the engine turns right on. So it does its system check. You get all your safety technology, lane assist, lane departure, cruise control, that's adaptive, collision mitigation system, and then you have the Volvo Pilot mode, which is a semi-autonomous cruising ability on the road, which is good. So you can toggle with this button here. If you push this button here, you get a lot of different setup on that one: trip, media, phone, navigation. Right now it's saying the navigation is displaying a route. So you can just go to the navigation and just select cancel guidance. It's going to clear that out right now. So you got a little bit of a big touch screen right here. You have majority of your controls is controlled by this screen. If you want your air conditioning, you're going to have some controls here. All you do is you touch this and you can do whatever you want, you know. Change your setting, your temperatures for the driver, and then you can synchronize both of them by pushing that. Both are pretty same. Fan speed, you can control that. And the heated seats are right here on the bottom. Left is driver's side, that's passenger side. Turn it off, turn it on. 3 different modes for levels, intensity of the heat. As you can move along the door panel, it's soft to the touch, rubberized wood trim right here. Nice padded material, all 4 automatic windows, power up and down. You got your memory function for 2 people. Power trunk release here. You got your headlight dimming button for the instrument cluster and everything. So this is also a digital screen right here. It's very configurable. Very nice. You can do a lot of settings on that too, as you know, how you want it to look. If you want to make it red or whatever, you can all control through the screen right here, and you can select what kind of color you want on that and everything. Nice. For the first time, somebody who's accessing this car for the first time, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge because everything is controlled from this screen, so you will be overwhelmed with that, but once you get the hang of it, it's quite easy though. Some controls are different from what you expect from different cars. If you want to clear your trip, which is right there on the side. You know, it took me a while to find out, but this is the button right here, the reset. It just plainly just says reset, and I just push that. Normally you'd expect a little tab right here or a little button on the side, but for it to be on the wiper stock, that's kind of surprising. Or sorry, that's the headlight stock there. And now, as far as my driving impressions of this car, like I said, you do have the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that's turbocharged along with supercharged. Puts out about 316 horsepower, and the Volvo was saying that the benefit of this is that it's going to eliminate turbo lag, which is associated with other turbocharged engines, which I noticed that too. The power is on very quick on demand. Transmission is an 8-speed automatic, which is very quick to shift, downshift or upshift, whatever you want to do it. And on the highway it flies, you know, just push the gas and it goes, and you can hear, if you pay close attention, you can hear the whining of the turbo and the whistling of the supercharger, which I think is quite neat. The car does have a good exhaust note as well, and you can try to demonstrate that. It's nice. So on your center console, you got your electronic parking brake with the automatic hold. You got your drive mode selections here. Now the materials here, like these buttons, they have a very exquisite feel. Sure they would, because this is, after all, a $60,000 car. You see this one does come equipped with the navigation and everything too right here. Nice display right here, and then whatever is displayed there is going to be displayed here. This is easily configurable by the screen here. You can change it in a way where it displays something else other than navigation there. So anyways, I was saying we have the electronic parking brake button here. You got your push to start button. So the drive mode right here, if you toggle to that, we just push it, you get 4 different options. First is the economy. It's going to limit the AC. It's going to detune the throttle. It's going to make it more eco-minded. As you can see, the tach disappears and you get this eco meter. Yes, if you keep it in the green right here, it's more fuel efficient. If you see, the car is idling, so it's right here. So if I race it, if I push the gas, it's still going to stay there. I'm cruising at a decent speed without any throttle or on a level surface, it's going to stay in the green. But I don't usually like the eco mode because I want to see the tach though. I'm more sport oriented. Comfort is the default setting. It's an everyday use. You push that one, you get your tach back. The car is going to have a smooth, comfortable ride, which it does. But comfort is just going to enhance the nice smoothness of the car. Easy throttle response. Everything is perfectly normal like it suggests. The car does have a very smooth ride. It goes over bumps with perfect firmness, with a perfect blend of comfort. Very composed over bumps, which is really good. There's no noise. There's no very minimal wind noise. There's hardly any road noise. Very smooth, very luxurious ride. I really enjoyed driving this. This was a 1,000-mile journey from Tampa to Houston. As you can see, the windshield still needs to be cleaned, but that's going to be taken care of pretty soon. So this one also is equipped with the blind spot monitoring system on both mirrors right there. The visibility is amazing, on point. But the driving characteristic on the car, you know, it's really good, especially if you put it in comfort. The next mode on the list, you can do a individual option with your own personal preference, which I did right here. I went, when I first got the car, you only had the 3 modes, the eco, comfort, and the dynamic. So I did some setting around and I kind of did a little bit blend of comfort and dynamic, and I made my own mode, which is my individual preference though. But the next option is going to be the dynamic mode. So the dynamic mode is going to tune the transmission in a sport way, where it's going to be hanging on to the last revs. Very quick, very powerful. The steering wheel seems like it tightens a bit. Suspension dampens up to be a little bit firmer. That's really nice. So most likely the change is going to be with the throttle response and the mapping in the transmission to make it quick and aggressive. Seats are really comfortable. I mean, I'm 5'11", you know, I have plenty of room back here. I mean, I'm sorry, in the front here. We'll get to it back in a minute. But I got perfect room. It's very nice, relaxed. I was able to sit here for 14 hours straight without any problems. Back support is nice. You get a 12-way power seat, I think, here on the driver's side. You know, you got your lumbar support, and you got your, you know, your regular up and down, back reclining, everything. Now this is, like I said, the Momentum package, the base model. If you go for the Inscription and the R lineup, you do get some thigh extenders here. There's going to be another additional button here. You're going to have a separate unit here that's going to extend for the thigh support, which is going to be very good. I have yet to try that. You get all your decent pocket and everything there too. Now the back seat is a very nice place to spend time. Please excuse the mess, but as soon as you sit in the car, you do feel how heavy the door is on both of them. So it's a solid thunk. You can try this one out too for measures. Perfect on that one too. As you can see, it's very, very nice and roomy. I can sit in here. This seat is to my position of 5'11" for my driving position. And look, I have plenty of headroom. I mean, leg room and headroom. You got your AC vents right there. You got your AC vents right there. And then you have a little touch screen right here that can control the AC vents. And this car is equipped with the rear heated seats. That is standard across the lineup. Same setup as the front. I think if you get the Inscription package, then you get the addition of the cooled seats. You got a lock right here too. If you unlock, you can do your settings right here. And then you can change the temperature whatever you want. Clean zone. Got your vents right here. Power outlet right here. Couple of USB ports right here. There's a bag right here. Nice room. And then another thing this one here has standard is the shade, the power shade for both sides. It's going to be controlled by this button right here. Once you push it, tap it once for that to go down or up, and then the next one is going to be for the window. You got a rear power shade too. The one odd thing about that is that's configurable to the screen in the front. That's how you can operate it. But then the other way, if you come on the right side, I guess the right side is the more popular side for rear passengers, because the right side does have more functions here. As you can see, it's like a button. So this is the button to control the power shade. As you can see, I push that and that's going to turn on and off. So this one right here, this left button obviously controls that one, that window right there. And you can control the power shade on that one too. This one is going to control this one. Interesting. Now you get the one on the front here, the front setup. This button, you would assume that it might control the front windows, but that's not the case. This actually controls the panoramic sunroof. This one, the one on the left, will control the power shade. Turn that open. Hold that to open that, and then this one will open the whole shade, tilt, twist, everything. And then another function on this one here is this joystick right here. You can move the seat forward and backward, and you can recline it, move it out of the way if you need be. Basically like a boss, you know, this could be a perfect boss's car. And then you have your one gripe I had about this was this really obstructs the rear view. I feel like from my rear mirror, all I see is this. But thankfully you can move that, and then you can just put it as an armrest here. It's pretty clean view then. You got cup holders, you got some storage space right there. Turn that, put that back there. Okay, we're gonna go take a look. There's the lock buttons are kind of electronically assisted there. You got your net on the door. Continental tires though, very nice ride. 19-inch wheels. I love the way the rear looks though. So we're gonna look at the trunk though. I got the keyless entry in my pocket. Got some Florida plate right there, by the way, as you can see. Push the button here, and it's a power operated trunk. Pretty nice deep storage. You got a net here, you got a 12-volt power outlet there, you got a compartment right there, and it's very nice. Then you have some buttons right here. You push this button, electronically power closing. Very nice. As you can see, this is a T6 all-wheel drive, and you got a dual exhaust on the back. We're gonna pop the hood and see how that is. It's gonna release it on the side, and it makes a noise like that to let you know what's going on with the car. Full LED headlights, by the way. The daytime running light is made. This is strip right here. It looks really nice. If you turn your turn signals, the light will cease to illuminate, and it'll turn the amber LED lights on the top. Which this is the portion. Don't mind the bugs. Like I said, it's a 1,000-mile trip on the car. You're gonna have bugs. Opening the hood is a little bit of a weird one, but you can do it. This is the 2-liter supercharged and turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, 316 horsepower, transverse mounted. This is an all-wheel drive, but it's transverse mounted. And then you have your engine computer right there, your battery hookups right here to charge, but the battery is going to be in the back, in the trunk area. Air filter, everything is easily accessible. You got your mounts here, everything is very well made. This is the new refrigerant system on the car. This is a transverse mounted engine. Now, a car in this class, you would expect it to be in the rear wheel drive platform, but that's okay. But the one major gripe that I have is, you know, car of this class should not have a 4-cylinder engine. That's my opinion, because sometimes when you do, I mean, they did a really good job to eliminate the 4-cylinder traditional vibrations and the noises and stuff like that. So this one does have a smooth pickup and everything. They did a very good job, and overall I do recommend this car. $65,000 car, and I recommend this car. And this concludes my video. Thank you.